All right, today I am about 7 days post-op. I'm at home. I was actually in the hospital for, I had my surgery on the 18th. Today is the 26th. I was actually in the hospital for about 5 days, and that was miserable. That's why I didn't film anything. It was just such a bad experience. Not because of the hospital, but just because I don't like being in a hospital, and I'm 34, and the procedure was pretty intense. The one thing I will say, though, is that my surgery, it's funny. They always say, oh, it went great. I'm like, oh, awesome. And then they're like, we did keep you in there for an hour and a half extra. So he told me it was like a 2-hour surgery for L5-S1 lumbar fusion with hardware and everything. TLIF. And then when he got out, they're like, oh, but you were in there for longer because there was so much scarring, and I had pars defect fractures on both sides of my L5. And he was like, to clean all that up, it took a while. Like, okay. A lot of scarring, a lot of bone overgrowth, a lot of bone, the spur, that kind of stuff. So when I see images online of that, it looks like the vertebrae are like got teeth and shit. So I don't know, but that was tough to hear because I knew that meant longer recovery, even though they didn't say it at that time. But yeah, 4 or 5 days in the hospital, whatever. They gave me Dilaudid 1 milligram IV every 4 hours. It helps a lot. It puts you to sleep, but it does help a lot. Couldn't get the other med right, like the oral med. We tried Norco 10. It just didn't work because the pain I was having wasn't my back. And it's kind of funny. I haven't really heard this before from other people. Maybe this is what they're just assuming to say, but it wasn't my back that was hurting. It was my right leg where I had the sciatic pain before. But the sciatic pain was gone, but it was a new pain. It was like a bone pain. It was an achy, a soreness. It felt like I just ran a marathon and my feet are just shot, right? And then weirdly enough, on my left leg, which I never had one piece of pain throughout this process before surgery, the fleshy part kind of above your ankle that attaches to your shin, it's like a weird little, it's hard to explain, but it's on the top center towards the leg on your foot. That piece was starting to hurt, and it still kind of hurts now. So very bizarre. I have no idea. I just would report my symptoms, and their biggest thing was tingling, numbness, tingling, numbness. I said, no, that's gone. But now it's an achy pain. And to be honest, I don't know which one I'd rather have. They're both fucking horrible. So yeah, so I've been at home relaxing, and it's been tough. I've been walking a lot. Like, walking's totally fine. A lot of people have talked about this. Like, walking, you can do it. But sleeping, I haven't heard this enough from people. And if you're watching this, you're about to get the surgery or whatever. Maybe for me, I don't know. But I'm not like I'm a heavy sleeper for sure, and I can fall asleep quickly. I don't have problems falling asleep, but this stuff, it keeps you up. So right now they have me on methocarbamol, which is a muscle relaxant, every kind of like 6 to 8 hours. That is the only thing that really calms everything down. They left me, they sent me home with oxycodone 10 immediate release. I don't know what it's doing. Like, I feel exactly the same. I don't know. I mean, I'm a big guy. I'm 260 pounds, 6'3", but I don't know. But waking up throughout the night is tough, every 2 hours. And I wish it wasn't like that, but everyone's like, it's part of the recovery process. It's what you got to do. And I'm like, man, just let me sleep. The other problem I'm noticing is that it's hard to sit anywhere. So I'm like trying to find a place to sit. Can't sit. A lot like before surgery. I couldn't really find a place to sit. And here I really can't either. Chair, this bed, if I kind of sit close to being upright, hurts. And what hurts, it starts to be my back at that point, yeah. And also my foot, my leg. So I don't know. I'm really hopeless right now. Everything was a success, yes. Do I feel like I regret it? No, I definitely don't, because the sciatic pain has gone, the shooting. But now it's this constant achy pain that I'm battling back and forth with. The worst part is I know for a fact, because it helped me before surgery, but if I take one ibuprofen, it will go away. I know that, but you're not supposed to take ibuprofen for the first 3 months to not affect the fusion of the vertebrae, okay? Tylenol helps. I think it turns off some of the receptors and nerve connections and whatnot. So, like, I've read a lot of stuff, and basically my conclusion is that because they moved around so much of the nerves and they had to decompress so many nerves because both of my sides were compressed as hell. The spinal canal was compressed. I mean, there was so much compression, and they have to move the nerves, and they were in there for a long time, and they were drilling and drilling, and I don't know what tool they used to scrape the vertebrae, get rid of all that bone growth, but you know, that's part of it. I get it. But the one thing I'm afraid of is when scar tissue begins to form here in the next few months, is that going to impact the nerves? Where are the nerves placed? Can they move? Like, how does all that stuff work? I don't know. And I guess it's best to not get in your head, but yeah, it's been challenging for sure. I do feel hopeless. I feel like it's never going to get better. But when I stop my emotional mind and turn on my intelligent mind, I think, no, this is part of the process. You're literally 7 days, 8 days out from the surgery date. So I'm happy about that. You know, there is hope. I'm just being a baby about it. But my fiance has been taking care of me, and I mean, just having someone around 24/7 is amazing. She's been working from home. Took some time off this week to get me kind of acquainted, but you know, I was using the walker for a little bit to get around the house. I don't need that anymore. I can just walk around. I do have to be careful because it is easy to fall because you're dizzy when you get up sometimes, and you're out of it, and you're tired, and there's meds, and there's all this stuff. So you do have to be careful not to fall, but yeah, I'll get through it. I kind of do want to post some more updates because I really want to see what this is like by next Saturday. I'm going to my follow-up appointment on Monday, which is only about 12 days out from the surgery, and he was like, it's really fast. I was like, well, you guys booked it. But he does want to see me, not the surgeon, the PA. It's kind of weird. You can't really see the surgeon after the surgery. You see their team, which is fine. This PA was there with him, you know, doing some of the work with him, etc. So totally fine with that. But yeah, I want to talk to him on Monday and just say, look, what are the realistic expectations that this leg pain goes down? And I hate this, like, cautiously optimistic, like, yeah, you know, there's a good chance. I hate that. Just be honest. Like, is it because I had so much scarring that I'm going to be dealing with this? And if so, when can I start taking ibuprofen? Because none of this stuff is really working because it's swollen. I've been icing my legs. That helps a lot, using ice. I walk a lot. I go outside every day, and I'll bring the walker just in case. And been walking around the parking lot and doing like a 0.15, 0.25 mile trip, coming up on twice a day. So I think that's a huge milestone for me. I was going to go back to work after about 3 weeks to my desk job, but this is way harder than that. So I'm going to take the time my body needs to heal. I think I'm going to take about 2 months off, and go on the family and medical leave stuff. Just because it's all about money. You know, you realize that very quickly. And for me, I'm like, I get back to work, I gotta make more money, but man, just let your body heal and relax. So wanted to share this. And a lot of people, I mean, everyone that posts a video says the same thing. It's like, I've watched other videos and those made me feel so much better. I wouldn't have had the surgery had I not seen half the videos I've seen. So thank you guys for posting those. But yeah, I'm 34, I'm 6'3", and actually I just measured myself. I'm almost 6'4" now. So I gained almost an inch. That's kind of common with spinal fusion. Plus I'm standing up straight more often. Maybe that's part of it. It's easier to stand up straight. I remember before I couldn't stand up straight, and that was a good indicator that I had pars defect from when I was a kid. So anyways, thanks for watching. I'll be posting probably another one here in the next couple weeks. Appreciate it.